At this beach, near a small African town called Gansbai, over 20 sharks were found stranded. Upon closer inspection, it was clear that these sharks had been through something very strange indeed, as each of them had a hole near their fin, and they were also missing the same organ, their liver. What's stranger is that sharks with the same wounds had been found all over the world at different times. Researchers were left scratching their heads as to what could have possibly caused such identically strange wounds in so many sharks across various locations. All sorts of theories were discussed, and when the news reached the masses, many believed it was either aliens or the Loch Ness Monster. However, oddly enough, that was not the correct cause. The answer to this mind-boggling question would soon be found on the southwest coast of South Africa. False Bay is usually known for its rich wildlife and is often teeming with seven-gill sharks. Local divers would frequently encounter huge schools of over 70 of them in a single dive. But on November 9th, 2015, something very strange occurred in False Bay. When divers went out to sea that morning, all the sharks had mysteriously disappeared overnight. At the time, they didn't think much of it beyond the fact that it was a bit strange, but it was about to become even stranger. Later that day, several seven-gill sharks were found on the seabed with the exact same wounds near their fins as the sharks that had washed up near Gansbai. Just like those sharks, they were also missing their livers, which explained why they had sunk to the seabed instead of staying afloat. The divers remained puzzled by these brutal wounds, but scientists finally had the answer to this question. Orcas, also known as killer whales. Sharks are one of the most formidable predators in the sea and have probably caused anxiety for a lot of you watching this video. However, they are still no match for the brutality of orcas. Orcas actually attack sharks way more than you think. One group of orcas can sometimes kill 10 or several sharks, all in one day of work. Now you might be thinking, why don't the orcas get full from eating so many sharks? Well, that is because they don't really eat them. They just snack on their liver and move on to their next target. What is interesting is how on earth they learn to do this, because this is a behavior they could not possibly be born with, meaning that they probably have had to learn it somehow. They are known to be really intelligent, so that theory is not too far-fetched, as this could be a skill they share among each other from an early age, learning it for life. But another question still remains, which is why do they specifically just pick out their liver? Orcas are actually known to be very picky eaters, and they're usually well aware of where the best parts of their prey are. A shark's liver is also packed with essential nutrients and energy, which could also be a driving force behind this behavior. Orcas do not only attack smaller sharks, they also go after the great white, which requires a lot of teamwork, as this is not a shark you want to take a bite from. One strategy that has been observed in the wild is that one or several orcas distract the shark by behaving as prey, while the other orcas sneak up behind the shark and cause damage that way. Now, a shark is one thing, but sometimes they also go after much bigger prey, which is far more intelligent. This is why I think this upcoming behavior is far more disturbing, as both parties know exactly what is going on. The orcas will basically attack entire whales, but not for their liver. It's a bit more sinister than that, I'm afraid. You see, orcas also enjoy whale tongue as a snack. Just imagine what it's like being chased down by 10 or several more orcas, which are essentially intelligent life-cancelling machines. At the same time, you know that they are after your massive tongue, because when you were young, you saw them do the same thing to your grandpa. Truly, a terrifying situation indeed. But this goes even deeper than that. In the 19th century, when it was still legal to hunt whales, the orcas would actually help out the whalers by driving the whales to the surface. All they wanted in return for their hard work was their tongue, which the whalers gladly gave to them. The orcas also have several other strange items on the menu. For example, they are no strangers to a lovely penguin breast or the exquisite intestines of a sunfish. Now let's dive even deeper into these behaviors, because there is still something very strange that needs explaining. Most predators on this planet, like hyenas or lions, pretty much any predator, is known to eat everything from their prey, even bones. This is thought to be because they have to work really hard to obtain their food, usually through vigorous hunting, and most of their efforts usually go in vain as the prey more often than not gets away, leaving the predator hungry. Therefore, predators like lions don't know when their next meal might be, so they eat as much as they can when they have the opportunity. At first glance, the orca may seem oblivious to these rules and doesn't really care about wasting food, but you see, a shark's liver, for example, is actually much larger than you would think. It accounts for up to 2/3 of their body weight. They are also, as mentioned, very nutritious. A complete liver from a big shark is therefore more than enough to keep an orca full all day. Another reason for these picky habits is their teeth. You see, a lot of the orcas' prey, especially sharks, have been given extremely thick and robust skin for protection. But orcas are also very intelligent and have, of course, found loopholes around this. They basically only eat the softer parts of the prey. And if you're wondering why they worry about their teeth, well, while orcas have very long lifespans of up to 90 years, they only get one set of teeth, which could explain why they choose to eat the softer body parts of their prey, like a whale's tongue or the shark liver. This choice results in less wear and tear, keeping their teeth sharp and healthy in the long run. In addition, orcas have been observed engaging in what can only be described as acts of cruelty towards other marine mammals. There have been instances of orcas toying with their prey, seemingly tormenting animals like dolphins before eventually killing them. This behavior goes beyond mere survival. It hints at a complex interplay of instincts and perhaps even a form of enjoyment derived from their actions. Furthermore, some orca populations have been found to target specific species or groups of animals, leading to the decline or even local extinction of those species. These targeted hunts showcase the immense impact that orcas can have on their ecosystem, further highlighting their role as apex predators capable of altering the delicate balance of marine life. Orcas are often admired for their beauty and intelligence. Delving deeper into their behaviors reveals a more sinister side to these majestic creatures. Their adaptability, complex social dynamics, and calculated hunting strategies showcase the multifaceted nature of these apex predators, leaving us to contemplate the intricate web of life that exists beneath the ocean's surface. While orcas may be the ultimate menace at sea, there are very few reported incidents of orcas attacking humans, and the ones that has occurred is primarily in captive environments, such as marine parks and aquariums. In the wild, there have been very few documented cases of orcas even displaying aggressive behavior towards humans. Orcas in their natural habitat are therefore not known to be a significant threat to humans and generally do not target us as prey. So overall, the risk of encountering aggressive orcas in the wild is considered to be extremely low. If you enjoyed the video, then please do leave a like and watch some of my other videos on screen, and I'll see you in the next one.